Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another one? And yeah, man, this one's a bit different this time. Fight Talk, Fez Batista's here. You know what I mean? He's got some questions for me regarding the fight. Big up everyone that's come through from the premiere. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of you lot would have known him from his appearance on Misfits, man. Fez, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm sweet, bro. I'm sweet. Can't complain, man.
Nice. Now I'm excited. I've heard a lot about you before. You know, and Wesley Goodman Boxing, he's told me a lot about yourself. And look, you know, us guys from Misfits, we're always looking who's coming next, who's going to be exciting and stuff like that. And I've seen your channel for a long time. You're quite a knowledgeable guy when it comes to football. I'm a big football fan myself, so automatically there's some mutual interest there. But I'm really, really excited, man. Obviously, I'm helping out Speedstar for this fight of yours where you're the main event. You're the biggest talking point of the whole show. So I'm excited to get to know you. I've got so many questions and yeah, man, just thrilled. First of all, I want to say, you know, you're doing really well on YouTube, really well. Why have you decided to come into boxing, and why Speedstar?
Well, to be honest, I've always loved boxing. So this, even though I haven't done boxing training for a long time, I've done different combats. I've done Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I just like combat in it. So it's just one of them things where it wasn't really a conscious decision to just come into boxing. I literally decided to go into the boxing gym last October, just basically just for fitness. And then I started to sharpen up, and then I was like, yo, all right, cool. Like, let me see if I can get a fight kind of thing. You know, training
Yeah.
for the sake of training, for me, it just doesn't cut it. Do you know what I mean? Once I start training, no matter what I'm doing, I want to compete. It was the same with jiu-jitsu. It was the same with anything. As soon as I start getting in the groove, I'm like, I want to test myself.
Yeah. I feel like it's easier. Sometimes I look at people in the gym that train hard and that's great, but there's no, other than being healthy, that's cool. But for me, I just think, how can you guys train so hard consistently? I'm like, these guys are just normal gym goers. So no, I completely resonate with that, where I need to go. Like, if I know I've got a fight coming up, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever, I'm training hard and I know, like, that's my goal. That's what I'm gunning for. And it helps motivate. And you'll know, I mean, obviously you've played a few different sports as well, but there's nothing like being in the boxing ring with your gloves on. You got another guy in front of you. You're trying to figure him out. He's trying to figure you out. You're trying to set there's nothing like it, is there?
No, for sure. But that's what it is. Like, boxing is a game of chess, isn't it? It's a thinking man's sport. A lot of people think that you just go in there and you fight. It's not a fight, it's a boxing match. Do you know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people don't understand until you're in there, man. So like, I really enjoy the thinking side of fighting. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of them guys, I'm not super barbaric. There's some people that like fighting because they just like fighting. Do you know what I'm saying? I like fighting, but I like the thinking side of it. I'm not just going in there to just, I just want to go and take someone's head off. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm more interested in breaking someone down and the methods, in terms of just running in there and just letting my hands go, you know?
Yeah. And it looks better like that as well. It looks a lot better. Like, you dissected them, you work the body all couple of rounds deep into the fight, and then boom, you start over the headshots, you're fading downstairs, and it's like you see like those setups, and it feels a lot sweeter like that as well. I feel when you've broken somebody down mentally, psychologically, like you do some taunts on purpose, you put your hands down like Roy Jones,
Yeah.
you put down, and he's inviting you in, he's showing you something, but he's gonna catch, he's gonna come up with the left hook. But then sometimes if someone doesn't buy that, you show them something else.
Yep.
You know, and it's just like the mind, goggling somebody's mind.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing. But that's why, you know, I used to live in Vegas. I was living in Vegas for 4 years, right? Check this out. And Floyd Mayweather's ex-fiance now, she, I think the week of the fight against Marcus Maidana, one of his hardest fights, right? You know what she did? She had an abortion.
They tried to get into his head, didn't it?
I was like, bro, cancel the fight. Forget. How can you even, like, you know, your kids are being, you know what I mean? But it was mad, man. Like, so mentally you have to be on it. Now, you know, you've got a fight versus quite an experienced guy. You've not got an easy fight. My brother fought Ziggy Johnson last. Now, this guy, you know, he's a veteran. And see, my brother's trained with Roy Jones. He's trained at the Mayweather gym as well. And he was telling me, no matter how it looked, Ziggy Johnson had a couple of lines of defenses. And that's very, very strange. It's quite difficult. Sorry, I said that wrong. My brother's got a couple of lines of defenses. And apparently Ziggy went through 2 different phases of his defense. And then he just avoided that. So with these veteran kind of sneaky moves and stuff like that, what do you think about the fact that you're going in the ring versus somebody that's had several fights at several levels in different sports as well? Like, what do you think about that? Where are you mentally with that?
I think that's fine. Like, the way I look at it is, we're both just men with 2 arms and 2 feet. Do you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get in there and we're gonna fight. So, yeah, he does have loads of experience, but at the same time, I think every fighter that you fight is different. Do you know what I'm saying? Not just stylistically, but also mentally. Do you know what I mean? And it's a mental fight. That's just what it is. So you got to fight. You're fighting the physical side, but you're also fighting the mental side, innit? So, as much as he's got loads of experience, I don't think that's gonna matter once we're both in there and we're both fighting. We both have to figure each other out. And I just feel like I've got more questions than he's got answers for, innit? And And that's just what it is, bro. I think I've got an answer for every question that he poses for me. I'm not really worried. I'm not worried. I know that he's going to be experienced. I know he's going to be awkward. He's a southpaw. And one thing about them journeymen, they're very smart in it, and they know how to survive. They know loads of little tricks. But because I've done other martial arts, I know loads of little tricks. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things.
Remember my brother was saying, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I think it's I think you probably see this anyway when you watch the footage. He likes to step on the front foot. He likes to step on your toe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you're southpaw, unorthodox.
Yeah.
It's
the old man you in it. That's what they do. It's the experience. They'll step on your foot and they'll try and take your balance away. But me, I'm going straight to the center of the ring as soon as the bells run. So you can stand on my foot. I'll hit you. Like, I don't care. I'll stand there and I'll hit you while you're standing on my foot. It's fine. I don't need it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But I expect stuff like that. I'm expecting stuff like that. If he gets close enough, I expect him to hold. I expect him to do sneaky little things. Like, this is what they're smart fighters. This is what they do. Yeah, all of that. I'm expecting all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'll be surprised if he doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
That's what he has to do. I think, obviously being a veteran, he knows he can't match you with the speed. He can't match you with any physicality. So he's going to have to try use the wits or see what he can get away with. B-Hop used to do that a lot of the times when he would be there with somebody. He'd see if the referee's on that side or something, he knows he can get away with something.
Little sneaky shots, yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen Vidal Riley, who is obviously a really big name, really, really good boxer as well. I've seen he's in your camp or sparring.
Yeah. I trained with Vidal. He helped me a lot. Do you know what I mean? I've got my main coach, and then I train also with Super Yusuf, and I train in the same gym as Spartan as well. And then I went to see Vidal and picked up a few things. Like I said, it's a thinking man's game, so I'm always there just to absorb information from all of the very good boxing the boxing brains and the boxing scholars that I have around me, man. It's just about absorbing information because you're learning from all of these guys.
Yeah. And have you had much sparring for this camp?
Yes and no. The thing is with sparring, for me, it's like I don't have many hard spars. I'll have loads of technical spars.
Yes.
And then closer to the fight, I'll have spars that more replicate like the intensity of the fight in it. But the thing is, for me, I'm very good at coming from different sports and doing things. I know physically where I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I need to take my foot off the gas, when I need to step it up. I know fitness wise, like, I know I'm fit enough to fight all 4 rounds right now if I need to. Do you know what I mean? And I've still got nearly just under 4 weeks. So I'm not worried. Conditioning wise, I'm going to be extremely fit, and I'm going in there and I can fight for the whole 4 rounds if I need to. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the most important thing.
Have you got a strength and conditioning coach or a fitness coach, or
no? But I did. I used to PT before this, so I know how to condition myself. I've got very good boxing coaches that condition me, and then I've got a nutritionist for this fight as well. You know what I mean? Just to make sure that I'm fueling up the right way, because I know how to eat to be healthy, but when you're eating to perform, especially for combat sports, it's not the same as other sports. It's not the same as football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got all that.
What weight is this fight at?
This weight is at 79, but my fight weight is gonna be 76 for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
how many pounds?
76 is super middle. So it's gonna be at 79, but my natural weight is 76 super middle.
Super middle. So to translate that into Misfits has 165 as the middleweight division, and then there's light heavyweight at 175. So would you?
Yeah, so I'll be 165.
165.
Yeah, so I won't be 175. 175 is 79. That's what I'm fighting now. So, and I'm only fighting this now because I walk around at about 82, 83, and even me at 82 was just me, do you know what I mean? Just living life and eating whatever I wanted. I can eat whatever I want and walk around about 82, 83 kilos. So once I'm training and I'm eating the way I'm supposed to be eating, like, I'm 1 kilo off fight weight already, and I got 3 weeks. Like, I'm training at 80 right now. So I took the fight at this weight because I didn't want to have to worry about weight in camp. I just wanted to work on sharpening my skills. The next fight, I definitely go down to 165 because that is where I'm going to be in peak condition.
Yeah, no, you don't want to make your camp about weight loss. I see so many fighters doing crazy stuff at all levels. Even that Misfits. I mean, I'm not going to say any names, but you're in the hotel lobby and stuff, and you've seen your colleagues. And I know I care about all fighters and my colleagues, man. And see some of them, bro, like they be wearing sweatsuits and stuff, like middle of the night, running on the treadmill, and then they up at 6 a.m. doing it again. And I'm like, oh, all that water weight. Like a lot of people try to lose water weight quickly, like 10, 15, even 20 pounds, like a day or two.
Crazy.
For a fight. And it's like, bro, like your brain, it's water, like sucking out there. When you get hit, because it's less cushion, you can't rehydrate in 24 hours.
Yeah,
your brain pushed more, you get concussions and brain damage, and it's a hard enough sport. I mean, with all the training and the fight, doing that to yourself just a couple of days before the fight.
Exactly. It almost undoes like all of the good work that you've done in the build-up. Do you know what I mean?
Gone.
And that is why, for me, I said to myself, yo, like, I'm going to train at a good intensity and I'm going to fight at a weight that I know I can make easy. Like, even 76, I can make that easy. Like, I can make that without weight cutting. Do you know what I mean? Like, without water cutting. I can just gradually go down to that. So after this fight, I'm going to stay around 80 kilos where I am now. So then when I need to get down to 76, it's just adjusting, tweaking some food. Like, literally, I could probably get down to middleweight, like 72, but I don't want to. Like, there's too many boxers that walk around in the 90s and are getting down to 72 and stuff like that. And it's like, no, like, I want to be within 5 kilos of where I'm fighting at all times. So this time I was at 83 when I started. I'll fight at 79. I'll stay around 80, 81 to get down to 76. Do you know what I mean? And that will be it. I wouldn't go lower than 76 because I know that I'd probably have to manipulate water and do all these things. And I just don't need to, bro. I'll fight near enough where I'm walking about.
They'll zap your performance. And that's ultimately at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how famous you are or what you have going. If you lose in the ring, it's just damaging. And if you lose based on something stupid like making weight or doing stupid weight cut, it's not good. But I have to ask you a few more questions. I'm interested. Aspirations, the dream. What's the dream with you when it comes to this influencer boxing scene?
Bob, I wouldn't say there's a dream. Like, it's one of them ones where I grew up watching boxing from a young age. I used to get up to watch Nassim Hamed, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just one of them things where I followed boxing. When I was younger, you could only really follow British fighters. That's the only stuff that you had. We didn't get the American boxing over here unless they were fighting a British guy. So I watched a lot of Nassim Hamed. I watched a lot of like David Hay and stuff, like all like the champions. So to be able to fight anyway in front of a crowd, a good crowd as well, is great. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, I've got a lot of guys that follow my channel as well, a lot of young guys, and I always tell them how important having a combat discipline is, no matter what it is. Like, I've always done some sort of combat, whether it's like judo when I was at school when I was really young, karate, and then when I got older and I started going to do other things, then I started doing Muay Thai and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But I've always done some sort of combat like my whole life from about 5 years old, because I think it's super important.
And do you watch Misfits at all? I
watch all of them. I do watch-alongs for Misfits, and actually DAZN contacted me and I got a DAZN affiliation off the back of them seeing my Misfits watch-along, so they do really well. So
nice. And you mentioned your weight class and stuff. So obviously, being a competitive guy and stuff like that, you probably look at a few guys. Have you seen some guys that you would obviously this isn't to call out or to be offensive or anyone, but in terms of names, have you seen anybody that I think, you know what, that'd be a really good fight, I'd like to be in the ring with this particular guy? Or
what it is, my weight class, because a lot of the guys are a bit heavier than me, a bit bigger. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys are fighting at like the heavyweight 175. So because I was in the gym before with like Ashley Raksu, and he's like the weight above, innit? And it's one of them ones where in my weight class there was like Pineda, Swarmz, A few of those guys. I think Ed Matthews fought at that weight. Like a lot of these guys are around that weight. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not actually naturally I'm not that big, like in terms of weight. Like I'm 5'10", but I've got quite a like a lean frame. Do you know what I mean? So I don't hold loads of weight. So I can make 165 easy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's not loads of fights in that weight. It's almost like there's loads of fights below and loads of fights above in it. Do you know what I mean? It's a weird weight for Misfits because a lot of guys, I think even King Kenny was down there for a little bit, then he went up as well. Do you know what I mean? Like there's not really loads of guys at that weight, but I think as long as it's a big name,
Yeah.
as long as it's a big name, something like a Pineda would be fun because he, yeah, I mean, he's another one. He had a pro record or something. He beat Swarmz, didn't he, as well?
Had a lot of fights, you know. Have you seen his record?
Yeah, he's had a lot of fights.
10, 12 fights at a pro level before he
You
came.
see what I'm trying to say? So, like, I'd love a fight like that because he's had pro fights.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And you know what's funny as well, yeah? Like, the Ed Matthews thing, the reason why I like it is because I feel like Misfits is missing some real characters, innit? And that's what I liked about seeing you on there because there's not many characters on there. A lot of these guys think that boxing is just about boxing, like, but it's not.
Bro, like, that's where...
Yeah. Yeah. It's not just about boxing.
Bro, that's because we're similar age, aren't we? We grew up in when our childhood was physical. You're going
very
playing with sticks, throwing stones at people. Not that stones at people, guys, is watching. I'm not saying promoting that, but we grew up in a physical kind of world. Whereas these new TikToks legends and superstars, it literally on their phone all day, every day, like this. And then when I see my press conferences now, don't get me wrong. You got KSI sat there, Mams Taylor sat there. They got worldwide TV, DAZN, all these cameras. The press conference from a fighter's view, and you're looking out. It is quite crazy, but obviously, us being the generation that we are, we ain't got a problem with that. But I feel like a lot of these guys, like Ben Williams and stuff like that, Ben is like 20-some years old, and they all get a bit.
You know what it is? We grew up, like where my mum was like, "Cool, you're going to your cousins." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to fight my cousins. We're wrestling, bruv." Like going to my auntie's house and we're suplexing each other off the sofa and that. Like we grew up fighting, innit? Like all the time, it was normal. Then I'd go home and watch Dragon Ball Z, more fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like we just grew up watching fighting. Everything was fighting. He-Man, everything was fighting. Thundercats. I remember everything I was watching was just fighting. Power Rangers. And now it's like that was my reality as a child. And then I grew up watching Van Damme and Seagal and everything, and it was just fighting everywhere. So it's very much been normal to me. It's been a part of my life, innit? And then a lot of these guys are just like playing video games and that. It's completely different, innit? So, and they're very socially awkward. That's why we're not seeing these characters. Do you know what I mean? The younger guys, they really don't know how to kind of read a room, and they don't have that element. They don't have that skill.
That there, bro. My eyes were like, well, I was jaw dropped when I seen people. I'm like, I'm not gonna say names because that's not nice to say names, but bro, some of these superstars, I see them. I'm like, how's it going?
Yeah. They don't have it.
Oh, you good? Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm there like vibing like this because that's how I am. But I'm like, what the hell? This guy, like, really? But I've seen loads of them like that, and that's where I think where yourself, you'd be really good because, like I said, we're in a similar generation, and we are real life people. Like we'll bring real electricity. We ain't afraid to say what we think, and you're established anyways. You got a set fan base, an international fan base, and I think you onto the scene. I think you've done it really smart. Where you get the Speed Star fight in the arena. It's a nice arena in Wales. Cardiff, guys, if you guys are interested, he's going to be fighting on August 23rd. It's a 5,000 arena, and I think you'll really I'm already thrilled to see what your entrance is going to be like. I mean, don't say too much, but I know you're going to have a good entrance because, like I said, you're from that era where it's entertainment, it's show business. You understand that. And then obviously in the ring, you got guys like Vidal in your corner. You know, I know you're going to have a really good performance there as well. So for me, I'm really, really excited, man. And I mean, if you had let's say one fight where Mams calls you up and says, right, I want you on the next Misfits card. You pick an opponent. Who's that one guy? I want to say, you got Salt Papi could make that way. You got Slim. You got Gabe. You got all these guys. Who do you think would make a good, not only just a fight, But
Ooh, the build up, bro. Ed Matthews. I said it already. Like Ed Matthews, and you know why people love Gibb? Yeah, people
But
love Gibb because he's just a bit different. He talks a bit. You know that, man. That's why they love Gibb. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like Gibb's not super controversial, but he's a talker. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's with Vidal and Leon, so we got mutuals and that. But the reason why they love Gibb is because he chats a little bit, and I don't think he says anything outrageous. Do you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? I don't think he says anything outrageous at all, but people find him so engaging just because he gives a bit. Do you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And it's the same with Ed Matthews. He gives a lot of that. Do you know what I mean? Him and HS. That's why Mams is looking at HS, because it's not the fighting, it's the talking.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And Misfits are looking for guys that can talk. That's what they're looking for, because that's
100%.
why Darren Till's about to headline his third one, because he's a talker. He can fight, but also he can talk. If he could just fight and he couldn't talk, he
Yeah,
couldn't get fights.
true.
He couldn't get fights because no one would want to fight him, because it's a risky fight, because he can really fight. Do you know what I'm saying?
Got to be able to sell the fight, and like I say, it's got to be like, a few people have asked me like for advice, especially like, hey, you know, how can I do this? And I say to the guys, I'm like, look, if you're not a natural talker, if you're gonna pretend to be Conor McGregor, you're gonna pretend to be someone, you'll get sussed out because it's artificial. Especially under the, like I said, you've got all these people staring and listening to every single word that you're saying. The back of your head, like, you're thinking, shit, this is live in Colombia, Mexico, Peru, Uruguay, whatever, I don't know, Italy, and you're thinking, whoa, this is literally all over. You want to make a good impression, but at the
But we
same
need a build up, bro. Like, I can't tell you the last Misfits fight that from the build up I was super excited about it. You know them ones. Like
it's been a
the
long time.
Darren Stewart and Darren Till fight was a very good fight. That's one of the best fights I've seen on Misfits, yeah, ever.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But the build up was super respectful, and it should be, because they're two guys from a different martial arts. They know each other, and it was super respectful. So I didn't mind that. But
yeah.
when I'm seeing build ups and guys are just sitting there and it just looks like they're just having a chat, it's like, this is shit, bruv. I grew up on WWE, bruv.
100%.
Like,
Yeah.
this is terrible. Like, give us something.
This is the
You
thing,
know
man.
what I mean?
This is what I'm saying. You can't. The thing is, like, even mums, like, I speak to mums quite a lot, and one of the main things I get pissed off, I get frustrated. I'm like, yo, mums, tell these, why aren't they promoting? He tells, he puts it. It's actually in our contract in Misfits. You're supposed to promote this many times, but people don't. I feel like you see what you've got. You've got the gift of the gab, but you've also got knowledge. You know what you're talking about as well. So when you combine them two, you're all right. See, nobody will ever have to give you press conference training. I already know. I can tell you. You're gonna smooth it. But some of these guys, they just don't have it. And if you tell them to do it, like, again, I won't say the name. There's one particular big star, right? Very big star on Misfits, one of the main guys. I'm like, listen, you need to start talking. Like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Your wages are at this much, and that's good, but really they could be 2 or 3 times more. Start doing it. He tried it in one fight, and it just looked fake. So
Yeah, look manufactured. That's the problem, bro. That's actually the problem. It's like, there's not many natural personalities there. Do you know what I mean? There really isn't. Like, and it's just like,
that's where
the fans want to see that. It's entertainment, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Most of these guys are not hardcore boxing fans that are going to watch the fight. They're fans of the people that are fighting, but you still need to give them something.
And that's why I think, like, now different people, and I spoke to mums about this, where I said, like, different people's values, and I'm always interested to see all the way what people bring. But I think for people like yourself, you're always gonna have a lot of value, even if you didn't have your YouTube channel like that. The way you speak, the way you are, that's really that's sellable. Because I know we can put you with anyone, you'll sell. Now, being the fact that you bring tens and tens and tens of thousands of fans as well, marry that, I think you could have a long future with Misfits. I mean, you've got guys like Adam Brooks. He's 45 years of age he is, and I think he got knocked out of the night against Rhino. Was it last year or the year before? So,
yeah, I saw that fight there as well.
At 20, I don't know if I can say. There's a big bonus for winning knockout of the night.
The knockout bonus. Yeah, I've heard about it. I think these guys know there's a knockout bonus. Do you know what I'm saying? And
Juicy one.
that was a mad knockout, because Rhino kept dipping onto that, kept dipping his head down. So the uppercut was on, innit? And I think when Adam caught him with it, he almost didn't even feel it. The shot was so clean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just took him out with a shot, and that was a good fight. And when I saw that as well, it's one of them ones they put him in with Kenny, and obviously the age and the skill gap is massive there. Do you know what I'm saying? The experience, because obviously Kenny's training with pro fighters and so on and so forth. So I thought that was a step. They probably pushed him a bit too fast there. Do you know what I mean, for his record? But like, do you know what I mean? I like what Adam stands for in terms of he's going in there and he's showing the younger guys, yo man, just put your gloves on, go and fight, innit? And I say the same thing to my guys here, bro. Like, put your gloves on and go and fight. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them ones where it's character building. So nah man, I got a lot of respect for him at his age, going in there, and not just going in there, but getting in the shape to get in there. Because we saw Modine's fight and the other geezer, and it was 1 minute rounds, and they still weren't throwing no punches. So you got to respect Adam at 45 years old, going in there, getting himself in shape, because the training camp's always harder than the fight.
Oh man, and long as well.
Yeah, it's always harder than the fight.
Oh man, you guys sparring partners. Sometimes what do you get, like 45-second rest or 30-second rest? I was like, damn. At least in the
That's
fight,
what I'm saying. Or you get shark tanks and all these other things, and you're absolutely shattered. So you know what I mean, for Adam to be putting himself through that voluntarily as well,
yeah,
you know what I mean, it shows a lot. It shows a lot, because at that age you don't need to do it. He's not short of a few quid. He's not doing it for the money. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's great to see, man.
I look at him like, I'm 35 and I see, and I've got a boxing background. I've been boxing for a long time. I think to myself, Adam Brooks can do it without really a boxing background. I think he started at like 42 or something like that.
See, there it is.
I'm like, you know what? And I've got the experience of Roy Jones and the way it was. I'm thinking, yo, I got 10 years in this. Like, I can do a lot. So I got to ask you the question. Do you look at people like Adam Brooks as an inspiration to think, hey, you know what? If things go well and I enjoy it, I could go into my 40s. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what it is with me, yeah? It's kind of like, as long as I've still got a hunger for it,
yeah,
I'll just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I'm like, because I train anyway. I train to stay fit. So as long as it's a fight that interests me, then I'll do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to fight. I'm not going to fight for the sake of fighting. It has to be a fight that interests me. You know, it has to be an interesting fight. It has to be an interesting opportunity. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't need to do it. I do it because it's a want, innit? Yes. And when I don't feel like I want to do it anymore, I just won't do it. Do you know what I'm saying? But no one will ever need to persuade me to fight. Like, when I feel like the first thing is not, yeah, why not? Then I'm just not doing it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not putting a time period on it to say I'm going to do it for X amount of years. I just listen to my body. Do you know what I mean? And I see how I feel, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? That's completely it. But the one thing is, I'm here because I want to be here. A lot of the other influencer boxers, no disrespect to them, but they jumped on a wave. Like, it was the cool thing to do. So they just said, oh, fuck it, I'll do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I bought the first KSI and Logan Paul fight. I actually bought that fight. Do you know what I mean? And influencer boxing's come a long way from headgear and big gloves and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot safer for these guys to do it them times, because there was no risk of getting really hurt. Now, shit's got real. Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of the guys that jumped on a wave and were just doing it for a payday and stuff like that, but didn't actually love the sport, this will push them away now, because now guys are getting really hurt now. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not sparring on TV no more. Like, these are real fights.
That's what I mean. It's gotten more and more serious, and the money's gotten really, really good as well. And people are getting opportunities from there as well. So the competition is getting really, really high, and not even just boxing wise. It's also like the credentials. Like, what do you bring in? That's why, like, I'm really excited about yourself, because I see you bring a loyal fan base, and obviously, you know, you got the football guys, and they're known to be loyal. So I know they're going to transfer over. So I'm excited to see that as well, and I'm excited to see, you know, what you do ultimately in the fight night as well. So I've got two more questions for you. I know we do half an hour. Are we all right for two more questions?
Yeah, we're good, bro. We're flowing, man. The chat's enjoying it as well. Big up the chat.
I can't see the chat.
Yeah, man. I'm just putting the chats the chats up on the screen. But yeah, the chat, man, they're enjoying it, man.
Cool. I want to throw some names out for you, which I think will be exciting. I'm curious to know what you think. So you just tell me what comes to your mind. When I say,
Okay.
all right. Salt Papi.
Southpaw.
Awkward.
Yeah, literally one of the only Southpaws in it. Like, so yeah, Southpaw for sure.
And in terms of if it was thrown at you, like, hey, what do you think? Would you take a Salt Papi fight?
Now,
Let's
I
say,
think, I think it's early for me to take that. However, eventually it'd be a good fight. But yeah, definitely experience wise, I'm way behind him for sure. Do you know what I mean? He's fought Slim, he's fought Kenny, he's fought way more experienced fighters than me. But I like him. I like him and I like that fight. Not now though. You know what I mean? It's definitely too early for me.
okay. Another one. Just again, if it's literally mom's calling on the phone, throwing it, you got a couple of weeks notice, 3 weeks, 4 weeks notice, whatever, and he's just throwing you these names. Yeah, let's give you another one. Gib, what is your reaction? And
Again,
thoughts?
that's the sick fight. But I'll be real. I'm not taking no fights on 2 weeks notice. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not doing it because I don't need the money. You know them ones. Like this is what it is. Like I even said to him before, yeah. Like with this, what I like about this event is I had at least 6 weeks in it.
yeah,
And I need 6 weeks notice, not because I'm not in shape or anything like that. I don't want to feel like I'm rushing. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like I'm rushing. I'm someone in life, I'm very, very regimented, and I don't want to feel like I'm rushing to do anything. I don't rush to do anything in life. You know what I'm saying? So
good.
it's one of them things where I'd need more than 2 weeks notice regardless of who it is, because no, I need to settle into the fight. But Gib, great fight again. Do you know what I mean? A guy I like. The build up would be super sick. Do you know what I mean? I like that. I like that as well. You know what I mean? I think that'll be a sick fight.
What about, let's say, Anthony Taylor? What are your thoughts as soon as his name gets mentioned?
I think he's too heavy. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's too heavy. I don't know. Anthony Taylor was fighting at like light heavyweight or something. Yeah.
175, but he's not really a 175 pounder. He's much smaller. He goes up there because the money is a lot better. Those higher weight classes,
Right.
it's good, and you know, I mean, obviously he lost
If he could get down to 165,
Oh, 100%.
then eventually that would be interesting. Like, I'll be real, yeah. Like, no disrespect to any of these guys. Like, I believe if I've got the same amount of experience as them,
Yeah,
I can box with all of them. Do you know, from just a pure skill level. I'm not talking about anything else. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of these guys have got way more experience than me. That's all it is. Like, if you put me in the ring with guys that I've had less than 5 fights, you know what I mean? I'm extremely confident against most of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I'll be real. Like, that's what it is, because I've only had one unlicensed fight, and that was a long time ago.
yeah,
And I didn't really even have a training camp for that. I didn't have a training coach. I just had my mates kind of teaching me some stuff. So Michael Venom Page was in the gym with me, him and his brother, because I know them. And then I had a few of my other guys that were my friends
yeah,
that were amateurs about to turn over training me. I didn't have like a proper training camp. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have any of those things. So
yeah.
I'm super green, yeah, when it comes to actually boxing. So if they put me in with other novices,
Yeah,
I'm confident, like under 5, I'm confident I'll smoke most of them. These guys that we're mentioning have had 10
Right.
plus fights, all of them.
yeah,
Yeah. That's what I mean. So in my first couple fights, I ain't getting in the ring with guys that have fought 15, 20 times. It don't make no sense. If I was a pro, they wouldn't put me in there with these guys. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't really make sense. But stylistically, I like that fight. I like the Gib fight. Even I like the Slim fight as well. Like, he's tall and lanky, and like, it's not often that I'll give away a lot of reach because I've got a decent reach. Do you know what I mean? But I like that fight as well. Like, if I get a few fights under my belt, I like that fight a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a tall guy. He's awkward. I think Salt was absolutely cooking him, yeah, and Salt Pappy threw the fight away. Do you know what I'm saying? If I got ahead like Salt Pappy got away ahead, I'm not letting him back into the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, fuck all that fan friendly shit, bro. Like, I'm getting my win and I'm going home, innit? Salt was up comfortably, and then he got dragged into a fight that he didn't need to get dragged into. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I think technically Salt Pappy clears him. I think Salt outboxed him easy. So from a stylistic point of view, I like the slim fight as well. He's got a lot more experience, but I like that too.
Yeah. And with your boxing journey, you know, you've got this fight coming up on Speed Star Promotions in Cardiff, August 23rd, guys. It's gonna be his debut. We're really, really excited about that. Somebody in the comments just said Danny Aaron's. Actually, that's a good one. What do you
Yeah,
think?
but he bust his knee, innit? So
I heard something about that. Is he retiring or is he taking a break?
but he'll be retired now, boy. I think he done his ACL or something filming with KSI. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the issue that I have is because I'm a novice here, but it's one of them ones where there's not a lot of guys here with as little experience as me that are just up for fighting. It's like the guys that are confident to fight now have had loads and loads and loads and loads of fights and they've made loads of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like even someone like a Pineda or something like that, he's got loads of experience. He's had way more fights than me. Do you know what I'm saying? And Swarmz has had way more fights than me, even though, do you know what I mean? It's a fight that I would take in a heartbeat, but he must have had at least 5 fights.
You know Swarmz, right? I had a chat with this guy, and it makes me sad when I see him box. Because let's be real, most of the boxers in the world, in history, the best fighters, you got Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, the black fighters, a lot of them. For whatever reason you can say, normally, you know, you see black fighters and they're all about it. They're all about it. They ain't shit. They're there to do the business. They're not scared to throw punches. It made me really sad when I see Swarmz. This ain't not against him. He's a lovely guy. I've met him a few times. He's really nice. Probably a bit too. He's just friendly. He's got a good aura about him. But when he's in the ring, he's too nice, polite. Just throwing one punch. Oh, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, but that's when you have to ask, why are you there? Do you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, if you're there because you want to be there, then you need to understand that when you're in the ring, you're actually in danger, bro. Like I don't like they say you don't play boxing. So when you're in there, act like you're actually in danger, bro. This is what it is. So I'm not really sure, but one thing I'll say about him is every time I've seen him fight, he has improved. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys at the top level that I feel like they haven't improved in a long time. Long time. Like in the last 5 fights, they're not better.
What's his like? As I know he fought KSI and he was out of shape and he didn't look too comfortable in the ring there. Obviously, coaches make a big difference as well. I saw the Pineda fight. Now I know, to be honest, I thought that was unfair, that Pineda fight, because my man's had like 10, 12, maybe even 15 fights, Pineda. I know he's not won them all, but then Swarmz had, I want to say 3.
Yeah, even that. You know what's mad? Like you said, Pineda's had loads of fights compared to Swarmz, but I thought like Swarmz could have made it more competitive if he genuinely went in there believing he could do something. Because, yeah, I think he could have. But I think it's a mental thing with him. I don't think it's necessarily a skill thing, because technically he is improving. That's the one thing I'll give him. Like, he is getting better every fight. Like, he hasn't gone backwards. He hasn't stagnated.
So you see some of his stuff, there's skill there.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's missing with him, where I think he gets found out, is that tenacity. That
dog. You can't teach that.
The Patrick Vieira, remember his mentality, just get stuck in type stuff to see Arsenal thing. But that's what's frustrating for me. It's like as I haven't seen a fighter like that in a long time. Just super chill, and I mean you're getting punched with shots. So I mean some fighters when you get punched, they need that to wake up. They say, all right, cool, let's go. But let's coming back to yourself. When it comes to obviously your sparring and how you are as a person and stuff like that, would you say you're the kind of guy that already starts the fight super alert, like on it, or do you think you need to ease into a fight or get hit a little bit just to? I mean, what kind of mentality do you have? Do you think?
I just think that you have to go in there and you have to just be relaxed. That's one thing a lot of my coaches have said about me. I'm super, super relaxed in there, because once you step into the ring, you make the decision that you're going to get hit anyway. Like, even the best fighters to ever live always get hit with shots. Like, you can't go in there and not get hit. So because I know I'm gonna get hit anyway, the more tense you are, the worse you fight. So I'm very relaxed in there. Do you know what I mean? And I try and just use my eyes, and it is what it is. If there's, I see what's there and I take what's there. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't go in and try and force things. There's certain people that be going in and trying to force certain things and trying to land certain things. If it's not on, it's not on. Do you know what I mean? I like to think in there. So it's just one of them things where when I see openings, I'll take the openings. If there's the openings not there, I'll be patient. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go there, smother my work and rush, because that's when you make mistakes.
That's right. That's right. And I think a lot of people they look at something like, oh, four 3-minute rounds. They don't realize it's actually quite a long
It's a very
time.
long time, bro. It's a very long time. And when you're sparring 3-minute rounds as well, like, you notice what the last minute, you always know when it's the last minute, bro. It's like instinctively you look up after 2 minutes, you're like, one more, fuck. You know, it don't matter how fit you are, I'm telling you. So when people think you don't have time, you've got time, bro. Like, if you pace yourself, 3 minutes is a long time, because it only takes one punch to end the fight.
Yeah. And you can use 2 minutes to set something, 2.5 minutes to be setting something up. Like, you could be just doing body, feint, body, feint, body. You get that guy ready for the body, and then you just feint one right and come up left hook, you got a money shot right there, and it took you 2.5 minutes to set up. Sometimes it takes a few rounds to set something up.
Absolutely it does. You know what I mean? You're downloading information.
And that's what I mean. I think you've got that mentality, and I can tell you've got some good heads around you, because you're already thinking like how to relax, how to think in there. Because, bro, I'll tell you, like, I started, like, say, boxing in Vegas with Jeff Mayweather was my first coach, and he told me, relax. You need to relax. I'm like, what do you mean relax?
You have to.
What are you talking about, relax? It's a fight, especially the doghouse, because that guy.
yeah, but their gym's different. I couldn't relax in that environment. That environment is nuts.
Bro, they surround the ring and they're beating it out. This guy from the UK, fresh meat. I remember when I first got there. But you know what, though? Eventually, it took me a good few years. Then when I relaxed in there, like Floyd was sparring there, right? He's chilling. He's just doing his thing. Like, he'll be sharp, like he'll throw his shots, and then he will talk his stuff now and again in the ring. But I didn't know it's like the relaxing thing. And so it took me a long time. So it sounds like you've got it from the get-go, because I couldn't even agree with the statement of you need to relax for many years. How are you supposed to relax? Like, but I get it now after the.
You know what it is? It's other martial arts, because when you do like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, for example, like if somebody's in mount and you're on the bottom, yeah, the more tense you are, the more you drain your own energy. Especially if you're trying to reverse anything or something, you almost have to relax into it. You have to feel the momentum shift, and then you need to know when to bridge and when to turn and stuff like that. And the thing is, if you're like squirming around and doing all that, you just tire yourself out. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is what happens. So you learn to relax on the bottom and actually start to think and start to just protect and make sure you don't get choked out. And then you can start to look for grips and look for different things, but you have to relax. If you don't relax, you get subbed immediately. Someone's taking your elbow, or your shoulder's getting ripped out, or you're getting choked. So you kind of have to relax. You don't have a choice in it, or else you gas out really quickly. So it's the same with any fight. You just have to relax, bro. And also, when you're relaxed and people throw shots, you see them when you're relaxed. When you're tense and stuff like that, you don't see them. Do you know what I mean? And you start biting on stupid little feints and stuff like that because you're too tense, and then you end up getting hit. So you kind of do have to relax. And this is why training is important. You have to trust your training. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to. If you don't trust your training, you get in there and you get hurt, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to relax. And the relaxation only comes from reps. That's where it comes from. Just reps. And that's it. So this is just what it is, repetition.
How many years did you do the jiu-jitsu and all that kind of stuff?
I was in an MMA gym, so I was doing Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and loads of different stuff. So I was doing it for years. Like, I don't even know how many years I was doing it for, but I was doing it for 5-6 years or something like that, and alternating between all of them. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really focused on one specific thing. I was just focused on fighting. So it was a mixture of loads of different things, and you have to be comfortable in the firing line. And also, what they do really well in mixed martial arts is you spar every single training session. So you get used to throwing kicks, throwing punches, and you don't spar super intense. A lot of it is technical, playful stuff. You're
Right.
learning different submissions, you're learning different combinations and stuff, but you're doing it in an environment where you're not afraid to make a mistake. And I think that's very, very important. That's the difference with boxing, for instance. When you say about like the doghouse and stuff like that, if you make a mistake in there, you get knocked unconscious, and it's you can't. A lot of people can't learn like that. Imagine if you were learning to drive a car, but there was no pedals on the other side, and you knew that if you lost control of the car, you were gonna die because your instructor couldn't stop the car, bro. Like it would be harder for you to learn how to drive.
Bro, you're absolutely right. That doghouse thing is not. It's not the way. It's not the way to learn, and I think that's ruined. Honestly, bro, that's ruined a lot of young, promising fighters' careers. I was very lucky that I 1 second. I was very lucky that Roy Jones took me over to Florida. I had to move to Florida, and his sparring is technical. You're thinking. I'm like, whoa, because I got this punching power. I'm thinking I can just pull it, and he's like, no, like we reduce that. You keep your brain like Roy now. He's in his mid-50s. He speaks clearly, no brain damage like that. But a lot of the guys in the Mayweather gym that I was around, and I don't want to say names, but bro, you hear them talk now.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah,
100%. And this is what it is. So like with the mixed martial arts, we do a lot of that technical sparring. And then even in boxing, like my coach likes, we do a lot of body sparring, a lot of it, because you can spar at fight tempo, fight intensity, but we're just not getting the head trauma. Do you know what I'm saying? And your guard's still the same anyway. You still need to see shots. You still need to judge distance. But instead of throwing at the head, you're only throwing about 4 inches below. You can punch someone in the chest. You don't need to punch them in the chin. Do you know what I mean? So you can still replicate fight intensity without trying to kill somebody, innit? And you can make a mistake then. And if you get winded, all right, cool. It's worse getting hit with a body shot, in my opinion. But if you get winded, you can just sit it out and you're all right. If you get knocked out unconscious in sparring, that's stuff that keeps people out the gym forever sometimes. Someone might get knocked out in training and not come back.
It can kill you. Hard spar guys in Vegas dying. I don't want to say a couple of months, but I want to say at least like once a year you'd hear someone died and you're like, that guy died, dead, never to come back, sparring. And it's like, so yeah, hard sparring. Guys in the chat, if any of you guys are into boxing, just any gym that tells you to spar hard like crazy people, like that doghouse stuff, you don't want to go to that gym because you can't learn like that. And I completely agree with you there, bro. If you got a driving instructor who doesn't have the pedals and you're just there in the heat yourself, like, yeah, anxiety.
No, literally, it's the same with everything, bro. Like even when you go on bungee jump, bro, you have to do you have to tandem jump. Do you know what I mean? You have to jump with a professional on your back for a certain amount of times until you're allowed to jump by yourself. Do you know what I mean? All these things in life apply, but in boxing, somehow you just go in there with minimal training and just try and rip someone's head off. It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Like you need to learn how to defend yourself, to keep yourself safe, and also to keep people around you safe as well. Because in my opinion, a lot of guys shouldn't be sparring, bro, because they're not good enough. Like if you don't know how to protect yourself, you shouldn't be sparring. Like not for a long time, bro. Like no chance.
That right there, bro. So many times, right? So many times I've seen guys go into a boxing gym. Or you hear these stories or whatever. First day, right? Go in the ring, you're sparring. And these kids,
mental.
And they're sparring proper guys. And those guys are digging. They're digging.
Yeah.
I look at the coach. Why'd you let the guy don't even know how to freaking defend himself, don't understand? Gonna see if he comes back. If he comes back, it means he's built for it. If not, it means he's
that's crazy, man. Like, what do you mean? Like, boxing is a sport. Like I say to guys, imagine if you went football training, and these guys are meant to be on the same side as you, and you have to wear shin pads because you're getting 2-footed tackled at fucking waist height in training. It's like, bro, this ain't the match.
Right.
Like, it's training. You're supposed to be able to relax in training. If you can't relax in training, like, what are we doing? Training's for learning. Do you know what I mean? It's for programming. And that's the problem. Like, it's very hard to learn when your body's in fight and flight mode because you're scared for your life, bruv. Because that's what it is. When you're in the ring with someone way more experienced than you, that's literally trying to knock you unconscious, you're terrified, bro. Like, you can't learn in them situations. You might learn some stuff about yourself in terms of like what you've got inside of you, but you're not learning any skill in that situation, bro. You're in survival mode.
Taking unnecessary punishment, and it's not like it's fair. It's not like I mean, not that you should be doing sparring in your first session, but I mean, if you did it against someone else that's brand new, it's not even like that. No, they put you in there with, let's see if he comes back. That's abuse. That's bullying. That's
Yeah, of course it is. But that's what they do. They put the guys in the ring to get bullied by guys, and then say, let's see if they come back. But it's like you can't blame them for not coming back.
it's super.
You get what I'm saying? It's weird, bro.
This ain't the 18th century. Come on.
But this is my point. So like with my boxing journey,
yeah,
as much as skill wise, I'm looking, and I know that I can hang with these guys. There's no two ways about it. But I'm also aware that experience wise, I'm miles off a lot of these guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And I want to build up the experience before I take these fights, because if I was fighting as a pro, they would do the same thing with me. They wouldn't say, all right, cool, Rants, third fight, you're going to go and fight a champion. It's like, no. Do you know what I mean? Like boxing doesn't work like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they let you get fights under your belt. So for me, I'd love to get some fights under my belt so I could see where I am.
Yeah.
And obviously you want to build a bit of confidence, but also you want to get used to the situation. You want to get used to the ring walk. You want to get used to loads of different things. It's not just the fight. It's everything around the fight. It's the media. It's the weigh-ins. It's all these other things. Like even my fight, like my last one, it was like a proper small thing. Even though it was in the Indigo and it was busy and stuff, like it was just a small card. I ended up main eventing it, but bro, we done the weigh-in on the day. Like everything was super relaxed. Do you know what I'm saying? It was like we agreed on a weight and we just weighed in on a day. Even if the weigh-in didn't even if the weight wasn't amazing, the fight was still gonna go on. Do you know what I'm saying? The fight was still gonna go on. It wasn't a thing where they were gonna call off the fight if his weight wasn't great. Do you know what I mean? Fez, maybe something's died or something. He'll be back in. But it was one of them situations where the fight was happening regardless. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a professional setup like Misfits is. So what people need to understand is it's not just the fight. It's going to be the build-up, the media obligations. It's going to be the weigh-ins. It's going to be all of these different things. And because there's so many different things required outside of fighting as well, it would be nice to acclimatize to that. Exactly. Get used to the rhythm of doing everything, building up, seeing where I am. And then I can say, yo, like, let me test myself against so and so and so in,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? These kind of guys, bro, and insert the names. But the reason why the likes of the Swarmz, the Pinedas, the Matthews and that, I feel like them guys haven't had, well, especially Pineda, no, Swarmz and Matthews ain't had loads of fights.
Yeah.
But they've had enough. They're big names and they can also talk. You know the ones. Pineda's a bit more experienced. Pineda's also fought KSI as well. That's why I think that would be a fight that I would like eventually as well, because he's got a good resume. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got a very good resume, and do you know what I mean? It would be a good technical fight as long as it lasted. But do you know what I mean? I'd be confident that I could get him out of there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Matthews has had 3 proper fights. Do you know what I mean? And that's 2 more than me. Do you know what I mean? And he's had his fights on Misfits on a big platform. My fight wasn't a big platform. It wasn't pay-per-view streamed. It's only the people there that saw it. Do you know what I mean? So it's not the equivalent of fighting on the zone. Like it's not. True.
And you know what's mad? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
You know what's mad, bro? Check this out, right? You know, you mentioned about fighting on the zone. What's so mad is just how much energy and electricity there is on fighting. And bro, check this out, right? One guy on my team, it's called Zach, right? 6'2", strong heavyweight, like trains. Bro, his life, he wakes up at 6 a.m. He works a full-time physical job, goes to the gym in the evening, trains hard, right? This guy is as fit as fiddles, strong as a bull, right? We spar on shit, like all great stuff.
Yeah.
He couldn't handle on the 3rd day, you know, for the Idris Virgo fight that I took, bro. This guy was like, yo, I'm absolutely zapped. I can't handle this. I need to stay in the room. I'm like, what's wrong? All you're doing is just hanging around. Like, he goes, look.
Yeah, but it's mentally exhausting, bro. It's the occasion, innit? Like, we've seen the occasion get to loads of fighters, and it doesn't matter who you are, man. What was the kid's name? The Irish kid that fought what's his name? The guy that fought the hell is his name? Jarvis, the guy that fought Jarvis. And
Oh, I fought him, Ben Williams. Yeah,
yeah, Ben Williams. Yeah, Ben Williams, good amateur. Do you know what I mean? Good fundamentals, everything like that. And the occasion got to him and he went and he gassed out. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's a very good boxer and he's experienced, like very good fundamentals. Very, very good. Do you know what I'm saying? But you're not just fighting the fight. You're fighting the occasion as well. And you have to be able to manage that. So I haven't been in that situation before. And I'd like to acclimatize myself to that situation before as I climb the ladder. Do you know what I'm saying? So that would be the ideal situation. One thing I'm not gonna do is just go in there and put the cart before the horse because I don't need to do it. There's not enough money that they could offer me for me to take a fight that I haven't prepared for because it makes no sense.
Well, that's why I think I'm really excited that you're headlining this Speed Star Promotions card on August 23rd, guys. Check it out because it's in a nice arena. It's a 5,000 capacity arena. There will be thousands of people watching, and obviously you've got a big fan base which I'm sure is going to tune in on pay-per-view if they can't physically.
Sure.
So I think it's absolutely perfect for you to come out there. Obviously, you do have a tough test in Ziggy Johnson, but if you get past that, then you've got it under your belt. Then you can see, you can review, and then no matter when the next one is, you're gonna level up, and then. I mean, do you have an ideal number in your head of how many fights you would like in the ideal world before something like the big Misfits one? Or do you think it just depends?
Not really, because I've spoken to Mams and I was quite happy for Misfits to be my next fight when we were talking about potentially the March one. Now, obviously, that got pulled to KSI. Do you know what I mean? So potentially it could have been on prelims there. And Mam said to me before the end of the year, I expect a phone call. It's just there's a backlog at the moment, which I understand. But to be honest, I'm not really thinking about that. In my head, I would love to have 2 more before the end of the year. We're in July, so do you know what I mean? In the next 5 months, do you know what I'm saying? If I could get 2 more, would be amazing. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I can say, you know what? After I've had the 3 this year, then I really know kind of where I am. And obviously my coaches as well, they'll know where I am and they'll tell me, yeah, cool. Do you know what I mean? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? But I wouldn't accept anything without obviously speaking to them because they know where I am. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it sounds like you got a really good head on your shoulders, man. And I'm really looking forward to it because actually I heard about you a long time before. So you coming into this scene, I think you certainly bring something new, but also I think like me and you being a similar age, I'm excited to have somebody rather than a lot of these super young.
Because these young guys be like I was meant to fight Scott Penders and man's like calling me an old man and that. And I'm like, bro, are you all right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's probably like mid-20s or something calling me old man. It's like, bro, you're going to get knocked out by an old man. Like, that's what's going to happen, innit? Like, this is the reality. Like, it's not even that. But in this space, we're on the older side, which is great as well. Do you know what I mean? Because there's certain things that are instilled in us that they'll never have because they didn't live the life that we lived. So even though, yes, we are older, but there's also certain experiences that we've had and there's a certain amount of grit and a certain amount of personality that they don't have because they haven't lived the life that we've lived. So as much as youth is on your side, there's something mental that we'll have that you won't have. Do you know what I mean? And that can easily bridge the gap. The same way you're talking about the way Ziggy was using his experience against your younger brother and trying to do little things. Like Ziggy can use his experience because he's an old dog. He's been there. Do you know what I mean? And there's little things that we'll pick up from not just in the gym, from life that we can use, whether it's in the press conference or whether it's in the ring. There's stuff that we can use that they're not used to dealing with because they haven't lived the life we've lived. So, you know what I mean? There's advantages, bro. I don't see any disadvantages on my age. I don't see any. Like, I can still make the weight comfortably. I'm still in good shape for my age. It's not like I've let myself go or anything like that. I'm in better shape than a lot of these young kids. So, like, I don't feel like there's any disadvantages to my age. Do you know what I'm saying? So I got no issues.
That's a beautiful answer because I think a lot of these young kids, once they hear this and they actually listen carefully to what you've said, I think their eyes will be opened because they're looking at the whole number thing. Oh well, footballers are typically in their mid-30s or whatever. They go and they don't get the big. Well, this is a different sport. It's 4 rounds.
Oh, look at all the champions. Yeah, look at all the champions of boxing now. A lot of these guys are over 30. Do you know what I mean? A lot of them are like. Do you know what I'm saying? That like when you look at the pound for pound list, when you look at the likes of the Crawfords, the Usyks, the Beterbievs, the Bivos, the Canelos, they're all over 30. So yeah, boxing used to be a young man's sport, but you know what it is with sports science and nutrition and all these things. If you look after yourself, the extra years actually do you well, and especially if you know how to manage your body as well. Because I noticed, yeah, like I trained way more for my first fight, as in way more intensely than I am for this fight, because I overtrained. Because I was a lot younger, I was training twice a day and I really immersed myself into it. And I was like, yeah, I'm doing X, Y, Z. But then after the fight, mentally, I was burnt out from training twice a day. Do you know what I mean? And it was only a 3-rounder, but I trained like I was training for 12 rounds, and then mentally I burnt myself out. Do you know what I mean? So now, as I've gotten older, I know how to manage my body. I know when my body's telling me, yo, you need to slow down. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to wait till I burn out now because I've got experience. So now I'm like, all right, cool. I can rest today. Maybe I'll do a little bit more today. Maybe I'll eat a little bit more today. I'll eat a little bit less today. And there's a lot of experience that I've gained from age that you don't have when you're young, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are young, they're super excitable and all these things. And it's cute, but that shit can get you hurt, innit?
Facts. And
like, this is what it is.
Coming to mention our friend Ben. I get along with Ben quite well, but he's a prime example. He's used to the amateur thing, and he's a quite excitable guy. Being that young, you don't always necessarily listen to your coaches and stuff like that. And he'll come in and he'll start a fight 100 miles per hour, 1 round.
He fought an emotional fight. And the thing is, like, fighting an emotional fight is never really a good idea unless you're fighting another emotional fighter. If you're fighting an emotional fight and you're fighting against a calm guy, and Jarvis was very calm in there. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I watch his content on YouTube and I've seen him sparring in the Mayweather gym, and you have to have a bit about you. Do you know what I mean? To be in there, because it's intense. And he was so calm in there. And you could see as the rounds went on, he was just going to pick him off. Do you know what I mean? Because he didn't fight an emotional fight. He just stuck to what he knew. He stayed relaxed. And in the end, he just started to take over, innit? And that's what it is. You can't be too emotional in there.
You know, that's what I was saying. Like, I mean, not to make any excuses or anything like that. I picked up an injury, a bad knee injury 2 weeks before the fight. I was like, damn, if he trades with me, I got him. But if not, like, trouble that this knee of mine, I don't know if you noticed in the fight, like, even when I threw his right hand, my knee was, I was like, oh, shoot, I'm in trouble here. But I was looking at Jarvis, I'm like, damn, you got that blueprint. Because with him, what it is Ben's very, very fast.
Yes, very quick.
The punches are very, it's like slaps.
Yeah, it's amateur. They don't sit down on the punches. Like, they're light on their feet and it's just volume, innit?
Right. But they used to 2-minute rounds, not the 3. So you can see up to 2 minutes 30, you can see this guy, and you're just thinking, man, I think to myself, man, if I missed the fight, I wouldn't have got probably another 5 misses, because Jarvis was supposed to be my first fight, bro. Can you believe that? It was supposed to be Jarvis.
See, I ain't doing all that. You know them ones, as much as it might be great for people, it's like, yo, like, I'm a novice. So I want to have novice fights. Like, it's not like I'm not going in there and fighting someone that's had 15, 20 fights, because I don't need the money. Like, I'm not, you know, it doesn't make sense. I'm not boxing because I need the money. Like, there's a lot of guys that they have to feed their family, and they'll take a risky fight like that, or a silly fight like that, because it's worth the payday. Like, there's no amount of money someone's going to take me, give me, for me to go in the ring with somebody that is way more experienced in, because I know where I am. You know what I'm saying? I know where I am. So I'm not going to go in there with someone that has that amount of experience after 1 or 2 fights. Absolutely no. You can't pay me enough. It's not a fight. It's boxing. If it was a fight, completely different, because I got MMA background. But it's not a fight. It's boxing. I'm a baby in boxing.
Talking of MMA, Misfits have just released the first ever MMA match, which is going to be Warren Spencer versus Dylan
Dennis. Is that on the same show?
It's on the same show in Manchester, the AO Arena, on August 30th. So
how are they going to do that?
It's going to be in a ring. I've boxed before in a card which has had MMA in, and basically there's an extra rope, and they make it like it's weird, like but yeah, it is possible to be done. It's basically a boxing ring with an extra rope, so it looks bizarre, but yeah, it does work. Question for you though, with your MMA kind of background as well, would you ever consider going into influencer MMA, or is it just boxing that you're interested in?
Nah. You know what I mean? The reason why I stopped doing MMA is because of the knee surgeries that I had. Because when you're doing jiu-jitsu, you're sitting on your knees a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, nah, not for me. That's the only reason. Or else, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have picked up boxing if it wasn't for that. I would have continued to do Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu because I prefer Muay Thai. Because I like kicking, and obviously because I had a football background, like the kicking just translates really well. Do you know what I mean? So the only reason why I stopped kicking was literally because of my knees. So I wouldn't go back to that. So it's just strictly boxing now. But for inside fighting and for grappling and tying up, that helps a lot in boxing. You know what I mean? The clinching and stuff like that. So there's stuff that I've learned that I can obviously take into a fight if it does get to the inside. You know what I mean? So nah, definitely it would just be boxing.
Cool. Well, listen, bro, it's been good talking to you, man. It's been I've literally got another interview to do with your opponent, Ziggy. But bro, I want to say I really enjoyed this conversation. I wish we could do it a bit longer, but you know what? I've learned a lot about you, and I'm really excited to see you on the stage on August 23rd. I'll be there. I'll be commentating for your fight. So
Sweet.
Looking forward to that. And I just want to wish you best of luck, and thank you for having me on your show. And shout out to your subscribers. Appreciate you guys as well. And yeah, see you August 23rd, bro.
Nice one, bro. Appreciate it, man. All right, nice one.
All right, brother. All right, get out of here.
Yes, people, big up everyone, man, that stayed and interacted with the show. You get me? Obviously he said he wanted to speak to me about he said he wanted to speak to me about what was going on, and I said, you know what, if I'm gonna do it, then let's do it on my own channel. Do you know what I mean? So big up everyone inside, man. Hey, let me know who's live. We're gonna redirect. Make sure that you guys grab the pay-per-view as well, man. The link is in, it should be pinned. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you grab the pay-per-view if you're not going to come down to the fight itself, man. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out the vlog that went up earlier, man. Got some technical like body sparring with a few of the amateurs at the gym, guys. Do you know what I mean? So make sure you keep an eye on that as well, people. Man said that Faz is live, so we're gonna redirect to Faz. You already know what time it is. But yeah, man. Enjoyed having a chat there, bro. And like I said to Fez, the boxing thing, like, I'm a sensible guy, innit? I'm a thinking fighter. Like, there's no amount of money that a man can offer me for me to take a fight. Yeah, that's too early. You know them ones. Like all the guys that have built up their self in Misfits, like the Anthony Taylors and all these other guys. These guys have been fighting for years. Do you know what I'm saying? It's way too early for me to take any of those fights. So those are not even fights I'd entertain for no amount of money because they don't make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? But once I get some fights under my belt, you know what I'm saying? If I'm still happy fighting, everyone's still supporting it, and for instance, Mams is happy with me and he wants to keep building me in the sport, then by all means, do you know what I mean? Then we can entertain some of these other fights later on down the line. But one thing I'm not doing is I'm not rushing. I'm not fast tracking myself because I don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was a pro and I had a proper promoter, they wouldn't be trying to get me to take these fights early. They wouldn't, because it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It makes zero sense. So it's just one of them ones where there's loads of good names there, and there's loads of guys skill-wise, I believe, with a few more fights, I could definitely match them for skill, but it's not just about skill. You know what I mean? It's about loads of different things. So, you know what I mean? Them big names, them kind of names there, they're not on my radar anytime soon. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is, bro. Like, this will be my second fight now. And I'm looking to fight guys that have had below a certain number of fights, really. You know them ones. Like, that's just what it is. So we'll see, innit? As I build up, then we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, am I trying to go pro? I'm not trying to go pro. Like, bro, for me, if it's the right fight, I'll take it. If it's not the right fight, I'm not taking it. It's not about the money for me, this boxing thing. I genuinely enjoy training, and it's more for me to test myself and see where I am and be sensible. You know what I mean? And I enjoy making the vlog content. I enjoy doing these other things, the stuff that comes with it. Do you know what I'm saying? You lot are appreciating the extra vlogs, the training content, and the fitness content I'm going to continue to do anyway. You know what I mean? The gym stuff and the health stuff, regardless whether I got a fight or not, those things are going to stay in it. But the boxing thing it's not a money thing. It's not at all. Like, I'm doing well at the moment. I don't need the money. And if I wanted more money, I would just do more streams, bruv, because I can make a lot of money sitting down on my ass. I don't need to get punched in the face. That's the reality. A lot of the guys that are fighting on Misfits, respectfully, yeah, their YouTube channels aren't making them no money, bro. You look at a lot of these guys, yeah, they got loads of followers, but they haven't uploaded for 6 months. They're not making no money on YouTube. So they kind of have to fight. Like, they're professional fighters. They're fighting for money. I'll never have to fight for money because I'm still going to be uploading on my channel every single day. I'm still prioritizing you guys and prioritizing my YouTube. Like, so I'm not a full-time boxer. A lot of these guys call themselves influencer fighters, but they're pros. Like, Salt is fighting Tony Ferguson. He's a pro fighter. Salt is a pro fighter. He's not an influencer. Like, don't get twanked. You know what I'm saying? Like, he trains in a pro gym, trains with pros, and he don't upload on socials. He's a pro fighter. That's what he is. And a lot of these influencers are professional fighters now masquerading as influencers. They're not influencers no more. Like, they're pro fighters because they don't upload on YouTube no more. So they're not YouTubers. That's the reality. So I'm not going to be getting in rings with pro fighters because I'm a legit YouTuber, like a legit one that actually uploads every day. You know what I mean? So if I need to be fighting people that are boxing part-time, like I'm boxing part-time. I'm in the boxing gym twice a week. That's it. I'm not in the boxing gym every day. You know what I mean? And I'm in the boxing gym twice a week, even when I've got a fight, because I'm not a pro, and I'm not trying to be a pro. So I'm not going to fight guys that are in the gym every day. Like, why would I do that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Sunday league boxer, bro. That's what I am. It's a Sunday league thing, bro. You get me? Man's got a normal job. Sometimes I train, sometimes I don't. You know them way there, like Sunday league, man. Man turn up to the game. Didn't really sleep the night before because I was outside in the club, you get me? And then I turn up and score a hat trick, bro. That's what man's on. I'm not on this training every day and doing all that stuff. That's not where I am. I'm never going to be that guy, bro. Like, I missed the boat for that, bro. I'm too old for that shit now. Do you know what I'm saying? If I was 27 instead of 37, yeah, and I had this opportunity, I could easily transition into one of these guys that's gonna fight for the big purses and really dig deep, bro, because I've got the ability and the natural talent to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 37. I'm not 27, bro. Like, time is not on my side. So I'm not trying to be a full-time boxer. I'm not trying to make loads of money from boxing. I'm just trying to fight because I enjoy fighting. Have some good fights. Have some good memories. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, have some good moments. Like, the fight in Cardiff's going to be sick. We're going to have a fight. I'm going to win. Then I'm going out to the after party and I'm going to chill with you guys that come down to the fight, and we're going to go to the club. Man's going to have some tequila. I'm going to enjoy my life after the fight. You get me? That's it. And then for the next fight, it'll be the same thing. I'll win and then we'll go out and we'll have a good time, bro. Like, I'm not trying to do this full-time professional stuff. I'm a big man. I'm happy with the money I make. I'm happy with the job that I have. I just moved into a new house, new neighborhood. I got a gym at home. I am, bro, this is the happiest I've been in life. I'm at peace, bro. I don't need to be a full-time fighter. I got all this without getting punched in the face once. So, you get me? It's one of them ones. Like, you're seeing KSI now, he don't want to fight no more because he's like, right, I got money. I don't need to be getting punched in the face because, like, I don't love this no more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't love it no more. So he's not fighting. He doesn't have to explain himself, bro. You don't love it no more. Do you know what I mean? It was a vibe at the time, and you don't love it no more. So you're not fighting. I respect that. Do you know what I mean? Like they say, like leave boxing before boxing leaves you and that. And at least he left where he never got seriously hurt or nothing like that. You know them, man. So he's done it the right way. I know why I'm here. I'm here for a good time. I'm here to enjoy fighting, be in some really good, exciting fights. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to be a full-time fighter and to try and get to the top of the mountain in Misfits and be the fucking pound for pound and all that. I'm not here for all that, bro. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to go have some good fights, get some good highlights. Do you know what I mean? Get some good pictures because I'm getting myself into some seriously good shape. And I know that these pictures last forever. So I want to get some real good shape. So I got some real good pictures. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Then after that, I'm going to knock this guy out. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm ordering the biggest thing of jollof, bro. You get me? And fucking curry goat, blood. That's what we're doing, bruv. And stew and everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing because, bro, the way I've been craving jollof. So this is just what it is, bro. Like, I'm not trying to be no full-time fighter. Not at all. This is just about me. I just love fighting. So I want to do this because I enjoy it. So there's no danger of me saying, yeah, I want to fight Salt Pappy. I want to fight Slim. I want to fight, what's it? Anderson Gibb and all these other guys. Bruv, these guys are full-time fighters, bro, that don't really make content in between because they don't need to, because I heard that. Obviously, I'm not going to say the figure. Well, actually, I'll say the figure. I just won't say the fighters. But I heard a few of these fighters made like 400K for their fight. 400 bags for a Misfits fight. 400 bags was their last fight purse. Do you know what I mean? So when these men are making 400 bags, they man ain't got to make no YouTube videos. I'm not trying to be getting to the point where I'm making 400 bag. I'm not trying to get there, bro, because that's not my life, bro. These men are young G's, bro. You know what I mean? I'm a big man. Look at the grays in my beard, fam. Like, it's not that deep to me. It's not that deep to me, bro. Man, just want to walk by the lake. Do you know what I'm saying? See the ducks and that and the swans, bruv, and just enjoy the fresh air, bro. That's it. Do you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm not training full time. I train twice a week, guys. And I'm in camp now. I'm not going to train every day. I'm never going to train every day. I'm always going to train twice a week because that's what my schedule allows. So I train on Monday and Wednesdays. And then in between that, I'll do some weights and stuff like that. And other than that, I'm doing my walks by the lake and I'm getting my steps in, bro. I'm never going to train 5 days a week because I'm focused on YouTube. And I'll always be a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a boxer. I'm not trying to be a boxer. So I'm not going to train full time. And in order to fight guys like Gibb, Salt, and all these other guys, I'm gonna have to train full time to fight these guys because they're full time fighters. So I'd have to pay them the respect to train full time. And quite frankly, I'm never gonna do that. Never gonna train full time. Never. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. Once the distance control, little steps back, the ball also body were nasty in all the rounds. Your back didn't touch the ropes once. I thank you, my bro. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. I know there's quite a few of you guys that actually box, either amateurs and turning pro and stuff. And I always see your comments in it. So appreciate you lot, man. Yeah, bro, these men are making nearly $500,000 for fights. Some of these guys at the top end, like when I say the top end, I mean the big names like the Taylors, the Pappies, the Slims, the Gibbs and that. That's the kind of money they're making. Do you know what I'm saying? And as much as that money sounds great, it's like, bro, I'm never training full time, guys. I've had 4 knee surgeries. You see my knee. Do you know what I'm saying? They're cool. Like, physically, I don't look my age. Like, I'm in good shape and stuff like that. But, bro, it's like I've got my peace of mind to just train twice a week and just get as good as I can get. Am I going to add more training days close to the fight? Nah, bro. Not at all. I'm going to train twice a week still. Like, because I've still got a schedule. I still got to get you guys shows every day. I've still got to record you guys vlogs. I've still got to do other things. I can't live in the gym. I can't live in the gym because it means I'll have to sacrifice making you guys content, and I'm not prepared to do that. The whole point of influencer boxing is that you're meant to be an influencer first. But now you got a lot of guys boxing that aren't influencers. They don't post content. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not influencer boxers, they're boxers. And those are not guys I should be fighting because I'm only gonna train twice a week. I'm gonna. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that'd be like putting a fucking a semi-pro guy that's playing in fucking combined county leagues and trying to put them in the Prem or put them in the championship. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. Man said some meetings were chatting shit in the vlog comments. Bro, the guy's 3 years older than me. I'm 37, he's 40, bro. And he's 40, yeah, with loads of fights, bro. He's way more experienced than me. On paper, I'm the underdog in this fight, bro. Like, people that understand boxing understand this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no difference. There's no difference. 37, 40 years old, it don't matter, bro. We're both on the old side. Do you know what I'm saying? Man say in the comments all the time on Twitter, oh, Rants, you're 40 years old and this, that, and that. All right, cool, I'm 40 then. What's your point? I'm 40 and I'm fighting a 40-year-old. What's the problem? You know, like that. It doesn't make no sense. I'm fighting a guy that's had 20 plus fights and I've had one. Do you know what I'm saying? So what are we doing here? You know, like that's the reality, guys. Like, I've had one fight. I'm fighting someone that's had 20 odd fights. So yeah, on paper, if you looked at us two records, I'm not supposed to win this fight. But like I say about football, paper don't play football. And paper don't fight either. Do you know what I'm saying? Because what the one boxing fight doesn't show you is it doesn't show you that I've got a background in martial arts. It doesn't show you that also for my age, yeah, I keep myself in good shape as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, on paper, like, no one would see me in a boxing gym in the shape that I'm in and assume that I am the age I am. So I look after myself. So there's a lot of intangibles that come into this fight. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. Like, I'll let these men know straight away, yeah, I'm an influencer that is boxing. I am not a boxer. I'm never gonna train full time. I've got a nice schedule at the moment. I have one day with my head coach, and I have one day in IQ with Yusuf, and he gets me my sparring. He coaches the amateurs, so he gets me amateur sparring. He does conditioning with me, and we work on the stuff that my head coach teaches me. I train 2 days a week, and I'm only training 2 days a week for this fight, as in 2 boxing days. Obviously, I lift weights, I do other things, but in terms of boxing, I train 2 days a week. I'm not trying to be a full-time boxer. I'm not trying to make $500,000 like them man that are training every day, bro. I just want to enjoy fighting, have some good fights, entertaining fights, have some entertaining press conferences, keep making good content for you guys, and the content will continue to happen on this channel as usual. I'll still be doing my watch-alongs, still be doing my footy talks, my red talks, but now you're going to get vlogs as well. That's it. So you're getting more content, not less. You know what I mean? Unlike the majority of these guys that are putting out less content because they're full-time boxers. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, all these guys are full-time. Salt, Slim, all these guys are full-time boxers. I can't tell you what content they make outside of boxing, outside of fighting, because I don't see any of it. Do you know what I mean? That's the reality. I don't see these men doing anything. So, like, at one point, I think Kenny was boxing full time as well. Like, I've seen Kenny doing a lot of stuff with his friends, innit? I don't, what is it, Beta Squad, or is it? I always get Beta Squad and Sidemen mixed up. I can't remember, bruv. Like, to be honest, I think it's Beta Squad he's a part of. I see him doing Beta Squad content, but I don't see a lot of content with him by himself. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man said you have the body to do full-time training. You know what it is, yeah? You know what you guys don't see? And I'll let you in on this, yeah? I see him doing Beta Squad content and stuff. Like, I saw them doing, like, mukbangs and stuff like that. But when he was fighting consistently on Misfits, that content wasn't there because he was focusing on boxing. He was full-time as well. His brother's a very good coach. He was in the gym every day. He was training like a professional. Like, I'm never going to train like a pro. So you can't put me in a ring with these guys that are training every day. They're going to be a lot fitter than me because they're training every day. They're younger than me as well. And even if they're not as good as me skill-wise, because I think skill-wise, a lot of these guys that have been boxing for 5-6 years, I don't think they're more skilled than me. I don't, innit? Even though I haven't been boxing that long. I think that my understanding of boxing means that I pick up things a lot quicker than them. But they're going to be younger, fitter, and more experienced. So it doesn't make sense putting me in the ring with these guys because they're pros. I'm not a pro. You know what I'm saying? Put me in the ring with the Sunday League guys, bro, because I'll be the Neymar of Sunday League, bruv. I'm spinning everyone. You know what I mean? That's it. I'm the Neymar of Sunday League, bro. I'll turn up, yeah, with low socks, little small shin pads, laces undone, and yeah, everyone's getting moved to. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reality. Man said this is why man's put his foot down. Guys get into Misfits and start acting like they're Usyk and stop doing what got them to the dance. Facts. Exactly. And I'll never stop doing that. I'll never stop doing that. But you're 100% right. And this is why Mams had to put his foot down, because I've put out more boxing content than the majority of the guys on the Misfits roster already. And I've only been doing it for like 4 weeks. And I've already put out more boxing content than them. And that's if you don't include my boxing watch-alongs and my fight talk shows with Nick and that. If just in terms of vlogs and build up to a fight, I've already put out more. Do you know what I mean? Than these, man. And that shouldn't be the case. Man that getting paid $500,000 and they're not putting out vlogs and they're not putting out training vlogs and they're not doing all these things. And to touch on this, yeah, you guys don't even understand, yeah, what I go through in life, yeah. Because literally yesterday, obviously I've moved areas and I went to, anyone that follows me on Instagram, they know that like every month I'll go get my feet done or something like that. And bro, from playing football, yeah, and also from the knee injuries, bro, I have to go and see a professional, yeah, to get my feet done. Like, I'm getting orthotics made, like inner soles made, because obviously when you have loads of injuries, it messes up your alignment and it changes your gait and your foot patterns and stuff like that. So I went to see a podiatrist yesterday that's near me, and normally I used to have one in London. You know what I mean? And she's moving back to Italy, so it just so happened I moved areas and I went to find a really good one. And this guy's making me inner soles. If you watch NBA, all these basketball players have inner soles, and you see when they give their trainers away, they always take the inner soles out. But literally, because of all the injuries and stuff I've had, like, there's bare little alignment issues and all these little things that I live with on a daily basis. I told you I used to have like problems with my back, and once I had the last knee surgery that sorted out my back, and now I don't get back pain anymore. But bro, the amount of money I spend on maintaining my body, maintaining my physique, bruv, even from what I eat a certain way because you don't want certain amount of inflammation in your body as well, because I'm very, very in tune with my body. I know when I eat certain foods, I ache more, you know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Like, I put a lot of effort into maintaining my body. So when man say that, yeah, cool, like I look like I'm in good shape now because I am, but a lot goes into that shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't just wake up and everything's cool. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not that. Do you know what I mean? I have to get massages. I get regular massages. I'm eating a certain way. I'm getting my inner soles made, insoles for like my shoes and stuff like that to help with my body realignment. I put a lot of money into making sure that my body is functioning a certain way. You know what I mean? It don't come easy, bruv. You know what I'm saying? It don't come easy at all, bro. Like, even in basketball, they say that LeBron spends over $1 million on his body every season. You have to. You have to. If you want to perform at a good level, especially the older you get and the more trauma your body experiences, you have to put more in. You have to. I spend a lot of money on maintaining my body. You know what I mean? And these inner soles are gonna help massively. Like he's making me custom inner soles, and it's gonna help with like how I plant my feet and my weight distribution. And that's probably gonna take a couple years of my body. I can't lie. Do you know what I mean? So there's always stuff that I'm doing to maintain my body. Like it doesn't come easy, but I like it. I like the hard work, man. Like I've still got an athlete's mentality. Even though I'm not playing football no more, I have the mentality of an athlete, the competitiveness, the discipline, all these things. The reason why I'm dropping weight so easy is because I ain't had to cheat. I haven't missed my macros in like 3 weeks, a month, bro. Like I don't even think about cheating because I understand I've got stuff to do. Like, you know what I mean? And that kind of discipline, you can't teach it, bro. You can't teach that discipline. I said don't want to give old boy too much information or something that you feel like you need to get right before the fight. Something to work on. Nothing. I feel like I'm ready to win the fight now. If we had the fight in 20 minutes, I'll win it. Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest. I think I've done all the work that I need to do to win the fight. The most important thing, in fighting, yeah, is making sure that you're physically prepared, innit? I know that I can do all 4 rounds at the highest intensity I need to do it at now, and I'm fine. You know them ones. And that's mentally, that gives me the edge. Because I know if I need to go in there and swing for my life for 4 rounds straight, I know I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he won't be fitter than me. For all the runs he does and all he will not be fitter than me because I take my fitness very seriously. And also, I have a high base level of fitness because of how fit I've been in the past. You know what I mean? I've been 90-minute football fit before. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm physically strong. Like, you man have seen my pull-ups and stuff like that. Like, naturally, I'm physically strong. My body weight to body strength ratio is very high. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, very high. So it's one of them things where for my body weight, you know what I'm saying? I'm very, very, very strong. So it's one of them things where I've got the cardio, I've got the physical strength. So only I can lose this fight. Like, he can't win it. In my opinion, he can't win the fight. I can only lose it by doing some dumb shit. And I'm not a dumb person. Do you know what I'm saying? So, do you know what I mean? I would have to do something really out of character to fuck this up for myself. You know what I'm saying? Man said, Rants, from what I saw in your spars, I can tell you have a good coach, not pad holder. I can tell he probably has you doing bare distance control. Big him up. You know what it is? The distance control comes from doing Muay Thai. Because I'm used to blocking kicks and used to watching out for kicks and also looking out for takedowns in MMA. So my controlling of the distance comes from that because I'm used to people being able to hit me from further away, innit? So I've got good eyes. That's what it is. Like, the distance control stuff is not from my coach at all. What my coach has taught me very well is footwork and coordinating my hands and feet. Like, it sounds mad, but punching going backwards, punching going to the side, punching whilst pivoting. We do a lot of fundamental work on balance and doing things the right way. You know what I'm saying? When you're throwing your left hand, your left foot's working. When you're throwing your right hand, your right foot's working. Stuff like that. Because a lot of people don't know how to punch going backwards and punch going forwards and punch going to the side because their footwork's all over the place. So we do a lot of work coordinating my hands and my feet. So we do about 40 minutes of shadow boxing every single session. Like, an hour before the gloves go on, I skip for about 15 minutes, and then I'm doing technical work for about 40-45 minutes before the gloves go on, and then the last 25 minutes to half an hour is gloves on, had some paddle work, some heavy bag work, and that's about it. But the majority of my work I do is without the gloves on. It's for balance. That's why, if you notice, I was catching guys with shots whilst going backwards because we got this drill where I'm going backwards and throwing shots and throwing hooks going backwards and then pivoting off and stuff like that. And we'll do that we'll repeat the same stuff and then add things on for like 40 minutes. Big up Savo for the raid, man. Appreciate you, my bro. So yeah, it's just repetition, man. Like, honestly, if I filmed my whole boxing session, a lot of guys would be bored because we're doing the same shit, bro, for like half an hour and then just adding little things onto it. Like literally, then add something onto that, and then something onto that, then something onto that. But then when you go back to the top, you've added on loads of different things and you've done loads of different things, but it's all built off the same thing. Man said, yeah, the half step backs were natural. Yeah, because man's used to having to step back, catch a kick or something like that. Or if someone's shooting for a takedown, man's used to having to step back and then sprawl. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always like ready to kind of just boom, just to take a little tiny step back. You know what I'm saying? I'm always used to take a little step back so I can see. And that's just what it is. So when I'm fighting and I only have to worry about hands, like for me, I could see everything when I only have to worry about hands. Because when you're fighting people, you can kind of tell when they're going to throw. Like, you can kind of tell when they're going to throw. Because a lot of people, especially when they're novices, they load up or they might dip at their knees or they do something like that. The really experienced fighters are good at hiding their intentions, innit? But a lot of the time, I don't know how to explain it for guys that don't fight, but take boxing out of it, yeah? Even as a man, you see if you're in a club or something like that, you know you can tell there's something inside you that you can feel the person's energy change, and then you know that they're gonna go for you. You know them ones. It's almost like a feeling, whether their tone of voice changes or you notice their body tenses up or their face changes or something. That there's always a cue that something's going to happen, innit? Do you know what I mean? And it's the same when you're fighting. There's always a cue. Like when you fight certain people, yeah, like smaller fighters, a lot of the time, if they're gonna load up, yeah, they might dip at the legs and as soon as you dip at the legs, I'm just taking half a step back, safe. What you doing, bruv? Do you know what I mean? So when I'm in the ring with people, like when I feel like these men think they're gonna turn Super Saiyan, I'm like, yeah, bruv, step back, bruv, allow it, man. What you doing? Like that's just all it is. Just take a little half step back and then they waste their energy, bruv. You know what I mean? And then you clip them. And that's just what it is. And when you're used to looking for head kicks and stuff like that, you just get a little bit more confident at, you know, just little body movements. Like whether it's like, if people are kicking, they might switch their hips or a little step. There's loads of different things. Do you know what I mean? So when you take that little step back, it gives you half a second to select what weapon you're going to use. Do you know what I mean? And that's all it is. Or just take a little step back and you can just pivot off and move away. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's just one of them things where I think distance control is distance control for me. The way I fight is the most important thing for me. And I'm lucky that I have a grappling background. So if it does get close, I can tie you up as well. Do you know what I mean? That's why when I was in there with the amateur and he tried to grapple me, I know how to manipulate his body weight and stuff like that. I was just leaning on him. If you look, I just let my weight just completely just drop on him and he couldn't move. Because a lot of people, when they're grappling, they want to wrestle, bro. If you just let your body just be dead weight and you just take all your weight away, bro. Have you ever tried to lift someone when they're sleeping? It's mad. You can't move them. So when I'm in the ring, I'm not grappling with you, bro. I'll just go to sleep on you, bro. You're not moving. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you manipulate your body weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said, I like during the later round, you're standing your ground, letting the guy throw combos and sneaking a nasty bolo into the body. You could see he was taking the wind out the guys. Yeah, bro, I was fucked. Like, the last 2 rounds, like you heard, when he said one more round, I was like, bro, I was done. I was done. That round before, I was gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I done 6 rounds. I didn't have no water. And then after that, I was like, bro, I need a drink, bro. Like, I was so tired. And then when he said one more, I was like, oh, bro. And for that last round, I just stayed at distance and just kept popping the jab and circling because I was exhausted, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I was knackered, bro. And that's what it was. And you could see I was tired because all I was doing was I was just keeping my distance. Then I was absorbing shots and then just hitting them with 1 or 2 shots and then backing up again because I was like, bro, like my legs don't want to move no more. Do you know what I mean? My legs don't want to move no more. And those are 3-minute rounds I was doing there. Do you know what I mean? And I've done like 8 threes. Like I'm only fighting 4 2s. So I know I can go in there for the 4 2s and fight like I was fighting in the first 3 or 4 rounds there. And just be light on my feet and bouncing around and, you know what I'm saying? And really, really fighting. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. And yeah, no, big up everyone for supporting the thing, man. I appreciate you lot. You know what I mean? I know you lot are gonna show out anyway. I know a big portion of my following is overseas, and also the fight is in Wales as well. It's not in London, so I know that that's gonna affect the people that actually can physically be there. But I know that you man are gonna support man with the pay-per-views, and also the pay-per-views go towards my fight purse. So do you know what I'm saying? Like, man's definitely gonna appreciate the support as well, man. But we're gonna win the belt. It's a title fight as well, because it's only their 3rd show, the promotion I'm fighting on. So they haven't handed out any belts. So they've decided to make mine a title fight because it's the biggest fight that they've had on the platform so far. So you get me? 100% when I win, you get me? I'm going raving with the belt, blood. The after party, I'm raving with the belt, fam, like Lewis. You know them ones. I'm gonna be outside with the belt on, blood, in Cardiff. That's what we're doing, fam. I might hit a cheeky Greg's at 3 a.m. with the belt on, bruv. You know what I mean? But now we're outside, bro. Brother, man's wearing the belt to the club. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're doing. I told you, man, I'm a YouTuber, bro. I ain't no pro fighter. You know what I'm saying? Man's wearing the belt to the club. You know what I'm saying? Master Rants winning the trophy before Amarim. Yeah, bruv, 100%, bro. 100%. This is what we're doing, man. Now, man's wearing the belt to the rave. The pay-per-view link is actually pinned in the chat, you know? It's actually pinned in the chat. I'm wearing the belt to the rave. You know what I'm saying? Man's gonna go sleep with the belt next to me. Then I'll wake up in the morning. Man's gonna go breakfast with the belt. And then man need to go, you get me? Man need to go get some jollof and whatever, bro. I probably can't get that in Cardiff. Man's gonna go have a steak on Sunday. And then on Monday, when I get back to ends, man's ordering some Nigerian food, bruv. You get me? And so we're down. When I win my belt, it's going right here on my table. You know them, man. That's what it is. My belt's going right here. You get me? Man's gonna make some space on the desk for it, and the belt's staying right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is, man. So it's one of them ones. I'm taking it as serious as I can take it for someone that's not taking it super seriously. You know them ones. Any fight I'm involved in, I'm gonna give it 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna train well and I'm gonna eat well, but it's not gonna affect my YouTube, bro. My YouTube is my bread and butter. I'm not trying to do this full time. I'm happy training twice a week. My body's happy with training twice a week. I'm not training more than that. Do you know what I'm saying? So wherever that twice a week training takes me, you guys are gonna be coming along for the journey with me. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's no danger of me stopping making content because I want to box full time and like the rest of these other guys. That's not my intentions. That's not where I want to be, bro. I'm happy when I'm sitting here just chatting with you guys. We've been live for nearly 2 hours. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is where I'm happy. You get me? Man said, yeah, he probably got veteran tricks, but he ain't got the speed or foot to deal with your distance control. He might get frustrated and end up getting stopped. Bro, honestly, I think with my distance control and also my foot speed, he walks onto something. I'll be honest. Because the thing is, yeah, I'm a patient fighter, innit? I'm not gonna get greedy. Bro. I'll take whatever's there. You know them ones. Like, I'm that guy, bruv. I'll take whatever's there. I'm not going to look for nothing. You know them way there. You know when you go to your brethren's house and the mum's like, oh, yo, like, you know what I mean? What do you want for dinner, bruv? Whatever. Like, what do you want to drink? Whatever you got, bruv. Like, bro, listen, beggars can't be choosers, bro. I'm outside, innit? I'm in a fight. Whatever you give me, I'm taking it, bro. If it's orange juice, I'll have orange juice. If it's apple, I'll have apple juice. If it's just water, I'll have water, mate. Like, I mean, I'm not fussed. Whatever you give me, I'm taking it. And that's what is in the ring, bro. You know what I mean? If you show me the left hook, I'll take the left hook, mate. If you show me the right hand to the body, I'll take the right hand to the body. I'm not going looking for nothing, you know. I'm in there with an open mind. I'm not going there to look for nothing. I'll take what you give me. You know what I mean? And this is the reality. So whatever I see, I'm taking it. You know what I mean? What about the tickets for the event? The link is also in the description of my channel, bro. And also in my Instagram bio as well. If you want to pull up to Cardiff, there is an after party scheduled, yeah. So everyone that comes to the fight, make sure you come to the after party because I'm gonna be doing a meet and greet. Man's gonna chill with you lot, have a couple drinks. All my boys are gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna chill out, bro. Do you know what I mean? And just rave it up, bro. You get me? Like do whatever. That's what I'm on, bro. I want to enjoy the fight and then I'm gonna enjoy the evening as well. Cause I don't go out. I can't tell you the last time I went out to a club or something, but it was like, bro, it was years ago. I'll be honest. Like apart from I went out in Morocco for my brethren's stag and he got married like 2 years ago. But in England or in the UK, I haven't been to a club in like 10 years. I'll be real. So, yeah. It's one of them ones. But yeah, we'll be outside, man. And I'll be wearing my belt on streams as well. Hold tight, Lewis. That's what we're on. So, yeah, man. No, I appreciate you lot, man. I thought it would be good to get Fez on. Yeah, I thought it'd be good to get Fez on. You know what I'm saying? I thought it'd be good to get Fez on still because he's fought on Misfits. He knows what it takes in it to be on there. And yeah, man, he understands the game, innit? He's someone, and we're a similar age as well. So he fully gets it. So it's good to get his feedback. So yeah. So no, it's decent. Man said Cardiff's is nice, to be fair. Man said, so I didn't go out after I punched up my man. You know what? I didn't, you know. Yeah. No, I didn't. So yeah. So yeah, no, it is what it is. But I didn't go out after that. I didn't go out. What did I do after that? But I just went home. I can't lie. I think people wanted to go out. People wanted to go out. You know what it was? It was in the O2. And in the O2, they've got like a bar upstairs, innit? So after that, people went upstairs and there was like there was drinks there for a little while. And then I went home. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't go out. Because I wasn't on that. But I think, especially because it's not in London, yeah, and people are traveling to come and see me fight, I definitely have to go out. You know them ones. If it was in London, I probably would just go home. Do you know what I mean? But because I know people are going out of their way to come to Cardiff, and a lot of people are probably going to overnight it as well. Like my boys are staying overnight and stuff. Like man's going to make sure I go out, man, because I appreciate people making the trip. You get me? So definitely going to head out. Definitely going to head out, man. But yo, is Faz still live, people? Is he still live? You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, if he is, man are gonna redirect to Faz now. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I appreciate you lot, man. Like this was a good stream. I can't lie. Very, very good stream. Couple hours. And yeah, man. What day is it today? Wednesday. So yeah. Thursday, tomorrow, people. Tomorrow, back again with Monts at 1:30. Hopefully we'll have some more information about the Cisco situation. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, big up everyone supporting the thing, and back again tomorrow, people.